Welcome back to my channel. This is the Dr. Shabazz Show, and on this show, we talk about feminism, talk about how feminism has destroyed society as well as relationships, homes, and family. We also do hot topics, and then I also love to do some reaction videos. And so, the one that I'm going to do today, you probably heard of it, but it is a woman going viral because she says that she is broke and she's 57 years old. Now, when I first heard about this video, I was like, "Oh my God, another woman making bad choices." But yes, she did make bad choices, but it's deeper than her being a woman and she doesn't have any children. But it's like about the choices that she made trying to chase a dream. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because, like I said, at first I thought it was something else, but it really is about a woman who's older chasing a dream. And the comments that she received is mind blowing. Like, she got so many negative comments saying that she should have, not try to chase her dream. And I don't look at it like that. And I'm going to tell you why once we come back. And the video is pretty long. It's like 23 minutes. So I pulled out some important fact that she talked about, but you can watch the entire video. I linked it in the description box. So let's get started. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and let's get started.
It has been really tough for me, and because of some decisions that I have made that I regret making. I always talk about Atlanta, and I feel like when I left my corporate job making a good salary and decided to chase a dream, thinking everything would fall into place, things would be in order, my life blew up. It has not been the same in 3 years. And I've had a lot of thoughts around it, and I may talk longer than I need to, but so I'm sorry. And I might have to break this up. But when I just, today was a hard day. Reality is something else. I recognize that most of it is my doing and undoing. And honestly, I really want God to wave a magical wand and take me back to the day I was going to resign and listen to the advice I was given. But I didn't, because I think I'm grown and I have the answers. And I found out I don't. I used to say I would want to go back before that bad relationship. Okay, so what happened was, let me just go back. When I left my corporate job, I was 54, I believe, 53, 54. And I'm on the latter half of my life. And sometimes I think and ask myself, what was I thinking? Was it really that important to you? Could you not have just kept going and done this later? But I didn't. So I stepped out. I believed everything would fall into place and I would be okay. And y'all, when God tells you something, listen and be obedient to it. And I didn't. And I know that is part of the reason I'm having issues today. When I left to go to Atlanta to pursue acting, I kept hearing, you're not going to need to look for a job. You're not going to need to look for a job. And, before I left, my boss told me, don't leave. But I left anyway. Much regret. But here I am, February, and I realized, back in August, I moved in with someone, and it was not the ideal situation. I had conversations with this person before, and I should have gone with what I knew. In the beginning, the person didn't want me to move in, and I should not have. Eventually, she opened up her doors to me, and it wasn't horrible, but there were challenges. And there are other things I won't discuss, but I don't know how people do it. And they make less than I do. I'm sorry. They make less than I do. I'm so sorry, y'all. I need a napkin. I'm so sorry. They make less than I do, and they make it. I'm not on any assistance. I can't have any assistance. It's just me. And as far as the government is concerned, I do not have a poverty level. I'm not at a poverty level. But I got on to record this because if I don't, I would not have the courage to do it later. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow. I've got another series I'm doing called No Eating Out. And part of the reason of no eating out was I realized how much money I was wasting. So I am doing and making steps to get my life back in order. And that's where I am. I don't know where you are, what challenges you have financially or wherever else in your life. But just And I hate to say it this way because it was like, don't be telling me that. Keep the faith if you are a disciple of Christ. Keep your faith. Know that God is with you. He said in His Word He would never forsake you or abandon you. And I always go back, and then you have to read the whole scripture. It says, I've never seen, um, I'm going to mess it up. The righteous begging bread. I messed up that scripture. I just ruined it. But I'm just thinking about that. I'm so sorry I'm sniffing. But, I have to remember God is with me. And through this, I have to trust that He is working it out. I don't know His purpose in allowing it because He could so easily put me a check in the mail. I've seen Him do it before. I know how God works. I have an experience with Him. I have a relationship with Him. And He's done miraculous things in my life. This is just a different season for me for whatever purpose. And the places He has me going, and the church He put me in, and the job He put me in. It is uncomfortable to an extreme point that I have never experienced. And I feel like I can't move. Oh, I didn't finish, but I told my girlfriend I was going to put all my stuff in storage in my car. And I said, if you and your husband happen to see me parked outside, don't worry about it. I'm in my car. I'm sleeping. That's all. I just need to sleep. She started laughing, but that's a joke. I have to joke about it. But I wanted to encourage you. I don't know if there's anybody out there who is at the point I am where you feel stuck, even though you're more than capable of doing. You've done all that you can do. That's what I'm looking for. You've done all that you can do, and you don't know what else you can do. By the way, y'all, it's raining. I'm in the car. I'm sorry. You've done all that you can do, and you don't know what else to do. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to say hang in there, keep the faith, but I want you to. I am, even though I'm crying and I'm sad and I'm frustrated and I'm angry and working on forgiving myself for the decisions I made. I don't know where you are. If yours are repercussions of your own choices, forgive yourself. Please forgive yourself. If the Lord leads you in a specific direction, just be obedient. It's tough. But I worried about making this video because I know what people have said about me. And I look in the mirror and I think, they were right. And here I am. But I have to trust that God has a bigger plan. I just have to trust. And you have to trust that there's something bigger going on in the background.
So, like I said, it's a pretty long video, and I want to stop it there. And I just want to give you my 2 cents. So, for me, like I said, I was shocked about with the number of people that had nothing but negative things to say to her, saying, "Oh, you should have got married," or "Oh, you should have had kids." And me, I believe in marriage, I believe in family, and all that stuff. However, her situation is a little different because she decided, to pursue her dream at 54 years old. Now, I commend her because how many people can say that they're going to risk it all to pursue their dream? I mean, to me, it is outstanding. Now, with that being said, of course, she probably should have had a plan more, such as not quitting your job, but maybe having like a job lined up and pursue the acting on a part-time basis. Because in the video, I'm not sure if I said that, but she turned down the job because she wanted to make sure she was able to go on interviews. It should be the opposite. You want to make sure you have a job and then let them know, hey, I have a job. I'm gonna, can I interview at this time? You want to make sure that you're doing it in a reasonable, realistic way. That's the first thing. But I think it is amazing because she's not married and she doesn't talk about kids, So, and there are stories where some actors and actresses, make it big later on in life, But she gave it her all. She had to dip into her retirement and it just didn't work out. And so, one of the things that also I want to talk about is I remember going to a lunch and learn, and there was a doctor there, and he talked about not living in fear. And he was a former cancer doctor, and he talks about the 3 things that he heard from his patients who were on their deathbed. The first thing he said was that a lot of them live in regrets, meaning that they wish they could have done something but didn't, but they were too afraid to. And the second one is not living a life that was purposeful and with a passion, and then finally not telling people that that you truly love, that you love them, or not making amends to someone that you had a fallout with. But the number one thing to me is what I remember is living in regret. And she was 54. I mean, some people never ever take that risk, and now she can say, well, I gave it my all, I did it, and still try to pursue it, but just maybe on a level of not risking everything. So that is what I thought was kind of surprising, that no one commended her or gave her accolade for chasing your dream. I mean, when would she would if she didn't do it now, then when would she, at 70? So that's the part that I wanted to kind of touch on. And I love the fact that now, since she has gone viral, people are looking at her and they may even book her for acting jobs now, or they may have her on other podcasts where she can even blow up even more. So that is the part that I want to focus on. Like I said, I am someone that truly believes in family. I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in feminism, but this situation was a little different. So I would love to hear what you all think. Please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, this is Dr. Shabai. Bye. And thank you so much for watching my video if you watched it.